The Lao People's Democratic Republic writes history by launching Sustainable Development Goal 18. National SDG 18 aims to make life safe from UXO in Lao PDR. Our news team, Souphasone Silaphet, has details.
Lao PDR writes history by launching Sustainable Development Goal 18. National SDG 18 aims to make lives safe from UXO in Lao PDR. As a sideline event to the ASEAN Summit, Prime Minister Thongloun, Sisoulith, and UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon inaugurated Lao PDR's own National Sustainable Development Goal, or SDG, on unexploded ordnance, or UXO, today, Wednesday, the 7th of September, in Vientiane Capital. At today's SDG 18 launch, which was also attended by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Labor and Social Welfare, and Natural Resources and Environment, the Vice Minister of Investment and Planning, and the UN President Coordinator, as well as high-ranking officials of Lao PDR, representative of UN agencies and donor representatives, a renewed commitment was expressed for a future safe from UXO in Lao PDR, and for dignified lives for all UXO survivors, many of whom have lifelong needs.
And witnessing.
SDG 18 is the newest addition to a set of 17 globally agreed goals which form the core of a new sustainable development agenda that came into effect at the beginning of the year. Lao PDR, together with all other 192 UN member states, endorsed the SDGs at the General Assembly in New York in September 2015 and has since made inroads in incorporating them into national plans and policies. The SDGs aim to end poverty, fight injustice and inequality, and tackle climate change by 2030, thus advancing the globe onto a sustainable development path. Lao PDR decided to further address its legacy from the Indochina War, 1964 to 1973, by creating its own SDG on UXO, whose targets aim to reduce casualties, address the needs of victims, and clear the country in a way that most benefits the poorest parts of the population. Lao PDR has also been a leading advocate for the Convention on Cluster Munitions, an international agreement which entered into force in 2010, obliging state parties to clear contaminated areas, destroy stockpiles, and provide assistance to victims of cluster munitions accidents. It is said that lives safe from UXO, remove the UXO obstacles to national development is the title of SDG 18. The logo shows on red background a person with disability walking away from cluster munitions on a crutch towards an empowered, self-reliant future. More than half of the casualties caused by UXO in Lao PDR in recent years has been children, most often young boys.
SDG 18 is about removing the unexploded ordnance that affects millions of people's lives and health and safety across this country. This is very sad, but we have a goal. We have a goal to address this issue. I'm proud to be part of this initiative, which holds great promise for the people and future Laos,
said UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon. With SDG 18, we aim to put an end to this horrible trend once and for all. The socioeconomic impact of UXO contamination means that people lack confidence in the safety of their land, which in turn has negative impacts on the income of rural farmers and their families and inhibits the development of the whole country. According to UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, I welcome the government's commitment to free its people from UXO with a powerful tool like a national SDG, which will make sure efforts are coordinated for full impact. He said, adding that with the implementation of the SDGs, the United Nations is delivering on its promise to leave no one behind. He acknowledged the support of national institutions, development partners, and civil society organizations who are all crucial for the implementation of the SDGs in Lao PDR.
Thank you very much for participation. Thank you. Now our ceremony has come to an end.
Prime Minister Thongloun Sisoulith stressed the ambitious targets that come with SDG 18. He said our government through SDG 18 will make sure that UXO are cleared to the extent possible by 2030 in high-risk areas, which are often the poorest areas of our country, and will also focus on ensuring that all survivors receive the support they need to lead dignified lives. For us to be successful, we rely on a joint effort. Souphasone Silaphet and our LNTV English News team reports from the National Convention Center.